as I'm getting out the car. And then she asked me again, like, basically asked me the same question, like, I want to earn some money. And obviously I know what she means by that. And I'm like, no, I'm not interested.
How do you know?
And
Maybe
then
she wanted to wash your car.
Yeah.
All right. So, hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to this week's edition of the
Riffs
and
Rhythms
podcast. I'm Kevin McLoughlin, and this is
Paul Robertson. How you doing?
Doing Good. Please make sure that you sit well down in your seat, scoot all the way down in your row, and keep your hands and feet inside the podcast at all times. And I swear to you, I'm going to learn how to say that in Spanish and French and do it just like they do on the monorail.
Does your French tongue?
My French consists
Does your tongue
of this.
French? Does your tongue? Does your tongue French? Do you tongue French?
Oh, jeez, what the?
Anyway, thanks for tuning in to this podcast. So yes, so
I told you, you just keep staring at me.
I know. Well, hey, you're only sitting a couple inches away, bro.
Yeah, from your perspective.
Thanks for tuning in here, checking out the podcast again. You know what we're doing here, what time it is. So we're having I definitely say is you are missing out if you're not here in person, hanging out with us live when we tape these shows here. We have a great old time. So if you're interested and want to come out and be part of the studio audience here, come on down here. Speaking of studio audiences,
we're selling tickets.
What?
Yes. Speaking of studio audiences, we've got what? Oh, hold on. So sorry.
Back up here a second.
Okay.
Do we have a record scratch or a script? Thank you.
Devon is on the ghost is on the aux.
A studio audience here in the podcast studio. Have you even talked with Jackson about this?
Fuck him.
Oh my
We haven't
goodness.
talked about him in a while, actually.
That would be scratchy.
I'm actually ready to put some shelving up here for
No!
our tchotchkes.
No, Jackson is an important part of the show.
Hey, do you think we could sell on Patreon a brick on the wall?
Yes. Roger
Sponsor,
did it.
please sponsor one of our bricks in the wall to support the podcast. We'll put
Yeah.
your name on it.
That's actually a fantastic
This
idea.
little one is a good deal. It's small. And it's got a nice little knob here.
Yeah, he
Different
loves
locations or
he
different
loves that
values.
one, right? That's Kevin's nub.
That's my go-to.
The
rock.
bricks right in the middle are like the prime real estate.
Yeah.
Look at that guy. Look how much you can get on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
buy some brick space on Stonewall Jackson.
and be like Pink Floyd because we don't need another brick in the wall. Well, unless it's going to pay us.
There's no bricks there anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Anyway, so we're back this week here having fun. Hey, you know the show here, so don't forget. Thank you for tuning in this podcast episode here on YouTube. Hit that like, bing, subscribe, all the other
They
stuff.
already know they're on YouTube. Stop it.
I know. Well, they could be listening. Did people do listen to the audio too?
No, they don't.
I see their stats.
Do they really? Do we have? So, what is
Yes.
the percentage of views that we get compared to percentage of listenings?
It's about equal.
Really?
For sure.
Now, I am honestly surprised about that.
Now, again, depending on who some of the audience is and those who help promote our guests, that who promote the episodes, that definitely does depend. Yeah.
Well, thank you for listening,
Yeah.
even though you can't see a dang thing we're doing. And in that spirit, I want to say, look at that cool shirt he's wearing. It says, "Oh, Florida original kick-ass," and that is the official rock. And wait a minute,
Riffs and Rhythms Festival.
yeah, R&R Fest. I was trying to remember. I was going to say Rock and Roll Fest.
He got all
but
excited. He was.
It's Riffs and Rhythms Fest,
Yeah.
which we are insanely going to try and do that in the spring, which isn't going to happen.
Well, no, let me pause you here. So, talking with the esteemed colleague on the guest, we've got back here tonight, Mr. Brad Brock.
So, thank you very much.
Yeah, he got applause again, and we don't get shit from
I
Devon.
know, that's all right.
But yes, we were chatting.
Now he's playing Pac-Man.
Hello?
Excuse me.
Yeah. So we were chatting recently about some ideas and so forth. Kevin was maybe it's like we should be promoting little micro events, right? Little micro concerts, little micro, and maybe we don't.
You mean with teeny little bands in them?
Yes, the micro machine guy. So maybe we don't try to go full blown festival size in the spring. Maybe we do a little takeover at Terra Firmata. Maybe we do a little thing.
A Terra Firmata takeover.
You know, maybe we don't get crazy size. Again, we just get out there. And again, I think that might be. I thought about this the other day. Is maybe that's what we should.
That's not a bad idea.
We should just do a Riffs and Rhythms of night. You know, do what our thing is, and have it somewhere.
Because
again.
it clearly makes sense to do put all of our budget into an outdoor event during hurricane season.
Well,
And I like Paul's idea here because
but we're not hurricane season yet.
That was the thought for doing it in spring because the weather is slightly more reliable in the springtime.
Right. And then we had November, right, was still technically in hurricane season when we did the Riffs and Rhythms Festival, and it was a beautiful weather-wise. Well, thank God, right? So sorry, Devon, you said something?
Well, I was saying I like the idea because think about it. Fest is short for festival. And this is going to be a micro version. So it's like the short version of the full festival. No, Riffs and Rhythms Fest.
Oh, Riffs and
Smaller,
Rhythms.
Instead of festival.
Right, not a full-blown.
It's short for Fest. So it's the mini version.
Yeah.
No, I don't know about
So
that.
we're having the mini-me
It makes
version.
sense.
No, because then, no. I don't know.
Okay, Boomer.
But I like the idea of the Terra Firmata takeover. That's a good one.
And it's doable.
Because
it's easily, yes.
If we do have a micro crowd, we need to give them free VIP seating so they can see.
No, major crowd, huge crowd, just a microfest.
We would need bleachers, I think, so they can see what you're saying.
So instead of it just being all day, it's like all evening. Three bands, vendors.
Yeah.
A juggler or something. I don't
We
know.
should definitely
or a
have a
theme,
juggler.
or
Yeah.
like some kind of theme.
We should have a midget blind juggler.
Naked.
Your mind was in the same place as mine because I was going to say midgets should get in for a cheaper price.
Well, that's
Half-
what I'm saying.
half
Like,
discounted.
that's why we have to give them
half-
free front row
Yeah.
seating because they can't see if they're in the back. Dang it.
Well, that means Brad gets in for half off.
Thank God.
Jeez. No, he's got shoes.
Plus my discount.
They stack.
Yeah. Do you? Yeah. So if
Unlike you.
Yeah. So again,
No, but since we are the official podcast of the Treasure Coast
Blues
Blues
Society,
Society, we
that's
have to
true.
honor the
That's
Treasure
right.
Coast Blues
Yes.
Society thing where card-carrying members get in for half price.
that's right. Yeah.
This is a
I
perk of
like.
membership.
I like that. Yes. So
if you're an insanely cheap bastard, you want to be part of the Treasure Coast Blues Society because you get in half price on all sanctioned events.
Yep. So, guys, you're hearing us talk real time, our thoughts here on these things, and so stay tuned to see what we actually come up with.
We need to get the AI note taker to take
That's
notes so
right.
we know what we talked about.
That's
We can
right.
actually do this.
Or get ChatGPT on this right away.
It's not like it's being recorded or anything.
Nah.
Oh well, yeah, but who's going to watch it?
No. Apparently, Kevin doesn't watch the episodes. He's like, I was there. I saw it. I don't need to watch it again.
You weren't supposed to do that.
Thank you, President. Yes.
Yeah, story of my life.
Yes. Make rock great again. So
I'm going to come.
Yeah, so when they make a kid's book of my life,
that's awesome. Is he going to be at
the
the
recorded version is going to
is-
have Trump saying you weren't supposed to do that instead, and then you know to turn.
Is
So
the
that's
pro-
what you do. You
Is the
I'm going to give you guys like a little insight into my idea for micro festivals.
Okay.
You make it as zany as possible, first of all. So you get to host it. You get like a celebrity impersonator to do something like you're a Barack Obama or you're Donald Trump or somebody to come up there and host it, and they do the whole spiel. But
Full
are
on in
also
character the whole time.
but are also kind of comedians. And then you also theme it up. So like one micro festival that I was thinking about doing with JNC was you guys remember the episode I did for Jordan's birthday where we made a whole carnival and then ultimately put her in a dunk tank with a blindfold? She didn't know what was happening. I've thought about doing a micro festival that's the Jams and Cocktails Carnival or Jordy's Carnival. And you have a few bands, You have carnival games and carnies and clowns. Don't steal my idea unless you want to be a
that's a
part
great
of it.
idea.
No, well, hold on, wait. It's
And then you do it in an
I'll be a
evening,
carny.
or an afternoon, evening, or a few hours instead of an entire day.
I'll be a carny, and I will poorly assemble the tilt-a-whirl and shove little kids onto it.
wait, hold on. It's not, it's your idea, true. But we're all one big family now.
Yeah, but that's all right. So we're going to do the JNC Circus or the JNC Midway, JNC Carnival.
Terra Formata definitely
And
fits
then
that
we're
bill.
going to do the Riffs and Rhythms Terra Formata Takeover.
So yeah, Brad and I were like, it goes back to what we were talking about was like, how do we do some of these small little events, and then to build up maybe to the
And utilize some of the smaller venues that
Yeah,
kind of get overlooked because when you think festival, it's either at Tipsy Tiki because it's a nice big venue.
Yeah.
It's at Terra Formata. It's at the Causeway in Fort Pierce. It's these huge venues. It's at the Hope Sound Farmers Market. And then these really cool, smaller, more conducive to weather venues like Public House. Some of these other places get a little overlooked because you can't pull, 500 to 1,000 people into those venues.
Oh, that reminds me, we got a thing going on with Public House. The next Treasure Coast Blues Society Jam is going to be at Public House.
why am I just finding out about this? Wow, I'm glad I tuned into this podcast. Or
It's a good thing you're
I'm
here.
glad I'm showing up to this
card-carrying
podcast.
member,
When is
and
the
I don't
day? Let
even
me
know.
see.
I just found out about this, folks. Right?
I just
You
thought
know,
of it.
and I'm.
Let's see what time. What year is it going to be?
Oh, it's next year. Oh shit.
Wait, what's Chris's last name?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
here it is.
big shout out to Chris at the Bottoms Up bartender there. Great, supporter, help. With part of the Riffs and Rhythms Music Festival, Public House as well too. So a great, cool venue. I stopped by recently, and we were obviously some of our partnership with the House of Wine, Beer and Spirits dropped off one of the tap handles for them. So definitely need to make my way up there. For me, it's a little bit of a
It's a hike for you. Yeah.
it's a little hike for me. But
I'm up there all the time, man.
Yeah.
I need to make more of an effort to pop
Yeah.
up. This is a great little place, and if you ever just wander in there by yourself and Chris happens to be there, I swear to God and promise you, just ask him what you should drink. Ask him what kind of bourbon you should be drinking, and you will have just the most amazing experience. And then be open-minded and just let him show you what he's got.
yeah.
It's
You'll never guess.
I've been in there twice. Once was with Kevin and Tracy, and then once I was in there. I was actually there watching Scott Benge perform, and I was the only one there.
You're kidding.
Scott was filling in for somebody who canceled. So for hours, I was just sitting there,
Oh, that had to be.
me and Chris and Scott playing music. So it was like really kind of a surreal experience because I was getting fed all of these wonderful bourbons, listening to Scott perform, and I had the whole place to myself. 100% of the attention was on me. The bartenders were smoking my drinks, and it was awesome. It's a cool. I wish that it was smashed and slammed, and they were super busy, but I do cherish that experience. It was awesome.
Sometimes those little events there, they've had some. I know when I've connected prior to the festival, they had like a No Doubt band, tribute band or whatever, and they had some good little crowd that was in there. So so we talk about, it's like, again, part of the B3 podcast network is trying to connect all these things together. The bands, the brands, venues, booze, etc., all together here. So Chris, again, definitely check out there. I know I want to come up more to Fort Pierce. Just their timing when they're open. Last couple weeks ago I stopped by on the way back from North Florida and stopped in Fort Pierce. And
Yeah,
dropped,
that's right.
dropped off the handle, and for LaBelle Brewing, they've got some Florida-made LaBelle beer. We need to probably get that in our fridge here. So I need to talk to Mr. Mario about getting some.
I'm going to be going
Yeah.
through LaBelle on Tuesday.
Stop by this distillery.
Where
Yes.
is the LaBelle?
It is
Brewing
right
Distillery?
on.
Is it in
80.
LaBelle?
It is in LaBelle. Where you cannot miss it, bro.
My
Yeah.
wife sells garbage trucks in LaBelle.
So yeah.
They
So
need
we'll.
them there.
we'll sing. Yeah, let's talk a little bit. Prep you up before you go there and talk with the folks there. So
I'm
going
going there on Tuesday. I'm going to be riding right through LaBelle. I'm doing the ride around the lake.
Okay, yes, for sure, and we'll make sure but we'll talk about tee you up there, make sure that folks get there because again. They're in LaBelle, great Florida beer. I know that's why Chris was interested. He's got a handle now in the public house with one of the brand, one of the beers that they have, Florida beer, right? And that's again Florida original, right? It goes back to some
We're
of
all
that
about
stuff, right?
Florida stuff,
right? Yeah,
Florida music, Florida beer, Florida rum, Florida whiskey.
Right. Yep, for sure. So. Before we know though, speaking of these little micro things, I think we were talking about here, gigs, shows, etc. is supporting the Blues Society is we'll have to make sure, again, thank you if you've tuned in, checked out.
April 6th, the big Blues Blast.
Right. So let's talk a little bit about the Blues Blast here. So
it is at a place in Vero Beach, Florida called Filthy's Fine Cocktails. And we've got blues bands all day long. So it starts out, it's going to be Hawk and the Invaders, the Cedric Talton Band, the Kevin McLoughlin Band, the Jake Walden Band, and the Reckless Shots featuring Dave Scott. So it's going to be an afternoon of, rapid fire awesome all day long.
So is it ticket based or how's that work out? Do you know?
Well, what you got to do is you got to go to Filthy's, and you got to pay to get in, and the revenue from the event goes to the Let 'Em Play program, which is basically what we were talking about last week, where it's putting instruments in kids' hands who otherwise couldn't get an instrument.
Great event.
And then hooking them up with a great teacher and bringing them up and giving them a chance to be the musicians that they deserve to be.
That is a great thing, right? How to help those who may not be right.
Musicians are musicians, whether or not they have a proper outlet. So if you identify someone as a musician, you got to give them an instrument. You got to make sure they get one in their hand, or else they'll just never be right.
So
and
very
the sooner
cool.
you can identify that condition and provide the remedy, the better off those kids will be.
Excellent. So all right. So April
6th.
Okay. So all right. So we'll see you out there. You have Filthy's
Fine Cocktails. They got food and fine cocktails, apparently.
Do you have to go pinky out on that place or no?
No, it's because
okay.
it's filthy in there.
Oh.
It's only filthy in spirit. They clean it at night.
I remember when that place first opened many, many years ago, and it used to be called Filthy McNasty's.
Yeah, Filthy McNasty's.
And they shortened it up to Fine Cocktails.
Yes. But it was something before it was Filthy McNasty's. I'm trying to remember the name.
Oh, God, yeah, you're going to...
Have you guys played there before?
One of my favorite performance stories was playing at Filthy's. Maybe it was when it was before. It was a Crossbone show, and I was at Bike Week, and I was coming back from Bike Week, and so of course I was on the motorcycle, and I was lucky enough. The guys in the band helped me because I'm like, listen, I had some. Believe it or not, I had some legitimate appointments up in the Daytona area, and I couldn't leave, and I was going to be arriving right at gig time. And I'm like, I'm on a motorcycle. I can't guarantee that I'm going to be on schedule. So I was lucky enough, put everything in the band trailer, everything got set up for me, and I am twisting throttle, just cranking all the way from Daytona as fast as I can. And so I pull up to Filthy's, and I don't know if you've ever ridden, if you've ridden a motorcycle, when you ride fast for a long period of time, it feels like there's ants going up your arm. Like when you get off, my hands were buzzing. I had ants all the way up to my elbows. I jump off the bike, I walk in, and the stage is right by the front door. So I'm standing, blocking the door, stripping off all this leather, taking my chaps off, beating my hands on the stage so I could feel them. Step up on the stage and finish the first song. And it was like, It was so cool.
Total rock star.
Yeah, total
moment,
rock star
man.
moment. It was
Jeez.
so cool. Love that.
Is that part of Kevin's nudes letter?
No,
Stripping everything
I
off?
still had my clothes on. I stripped
okay.
down to my pants and my shirt.
Oh, okay. All right, that's fair.
I was
That's
leathered up. It was, back before global warming ruined everything, and it was actually cold outside.
So, all right. So, speaking of Bike Week, right? So, you got some stuff coming up here, really soon here.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
we've got at any minute now. I'm going to be at Bike Week, and my annual run at Bike Week, I do pretty much almost every day of the 10 days of Bike Week in Daytona at the Cabbage Patch. So that's been a tradition. I've been there for like 8 years in a row. Really cool.
So, do you know who the competitor this year in the Coleslaw Wrestling is going to be?
I do not.
Oh, okay. So,
Yeah, Coleslaw Wrestling is the claim to fame, and each Saturday during Bike Week, you can go and you can watch the Coleslaw Wrestling, and it is well done, and it's fresh coleslaw. Let me tell you, because the owner of the place, they get like a chipper, like a wood chipper, and they take full heads of cabbage and they shove in the chipper, and it's just fresh coleslaw right there. And these athletes compete for the bragging rights of being the champion coleslaw wrestler of the bike rally, and it is exciting.
so
This sounds like a banned Pornhub genre.
we wouldn't know in Florida anymore because all porn is banned unless you have VPN it, right?
Well, X Games are named X Games because it's the last letter. But
Triple
like
X Games.
If there was like a second keyboard and then that's the last key, that's what the games there are.
So Devon, are you going to be around? So can we, can the podcast send you to Daytona to follow around Kevin in the
There's no way you could do
in
that.
certain things?
Certain things. What does that mean?
It means exactly what I said. Certain things.
So like,
So can we send you? Can we send you to Daytona the week to cover the McLoughlin experience?
campground debauchery. So let me give you a
Hold on, he hasn't said no yet. So
Yeah,
let's
that's
just go.
good.
What dates?
But
what dates?
February 27th until August.
August.
Whoa.
Till
Wow,
March.
that's a hell of a bike. That's the longest weekend I've ever seen.
It's 10 days, and I think it ends March 3rd, March 13th.
Yeah, jeez.
It's the first 10 days of March, basically.
10 days and 8 months long.
That's right. Well, yeah.
No, but basically,
Afterwards, he'll feel like it's that long.
what we do is we live in a campground, and we do three things. We play music, we ride motorcycles, and we drink.
Okay. I had different three things, but go ahead.
So it's a lot of fun because the campground is right by the stage. It's nothing but great bands starting at 10 a.m. and going to 3 a.m. every day, all day, 5 bands at once, all day long.
So, Devon, if the podcast can, send you to Bike Week with Kevin, would you be okay with that?
I would need an extensive crew with me to properly document everything.
Well, okay.
Otherwise, I feel like it'd be a lackluster coverage.
All right. So, let's take it off. Let's take it offline, and maybe
That would be fun because
we-
I've got some tales from the road from that experience, like a few of
If
them,
expenses are paid, I'm down.
Well, yeah, it means sleeping in the tent. So, sure. And that's it. Well, that's what you do, right?
That's what we do. We camp.
Right. So, yeah,
Primitive camping.
and maybe somebody can give you an HJ. So,
Not even the BJ?
No.
yeah, I said HJ, and I didn't say what hand it was.
Yeah, you guys can deal with that on your
Yeah,
own. I'm going to be
but you know what? That'll
on
be
camera the whole time.
part of this documentary, Kevin, could be is we took him to Buc-ee's. We talked about this last. couple
it is close to
Yes,
Buc-ee's.
It is close to Buc-ee's. Yes.
Yeah.
So yes. So
Yeah, it's within 20 minutes of Buc-ee's.
so yeah. So are you all?
I'm accepting no HJs unless it's at Buc-ee's.
at Buc-ee's.
Because otherwise, I can provide what I need
Yeah.
out of an HJ.
No,
Like, I don't
just
need
so
that.
you know, that's they say that guy is in there to clean the bathrooms, but
Look,
He'll take tips.
we've already had this conversation about the wall of jerky. Okay, so we need to stop right.
there
fucking-
it is.
We
You
need to
gotta
stop
do
right
that
there. Yes.
in the shadow of the
Yes.
wall of jerky.
Yes. So, Mr. Brock, have you been to Buc-ee's?
Oh, hell yeah, man. I love
Okay.
Buc-ee's. I get beaver nuts every time I'm
Okay.
there.
The beaver nuggets are actually quite good.
Yeah.
Oh, nuggets. Yeah, those two.
So, all right. So, Kevin, so are you all week long at Samsula?
Yes, in
Sorry.
Samsula
Okay.
at the Cabbage Patch all 10 days.
So you were like the house band.
Well, among the hundreds of other bands that are playing,
Right.
yes.
So you're not bouncing around to other places. You're
I've got
locked.
a couple of shows at Dale's Ales on each Friday evening. I'll be
Okay.
playing at Dale's Ales, but the other, like the way those Saturdays will go is I'm going to play the afternoon slot on the main, probably the morning slot on the main stage at the Cabbage Patch, and then, drink excessively, take a nap, and then drive out to Orange City and play at Dale's Ales.
Cool.
You know how on like shows like Survivor and stuff, all the contestants are all out roughing it on an island somewhere, but the camera crew, they get like an AC
right.
trailer.
He's already still- he's still working
if
on
if
it.
I could get that.
He's working on his rider right now.
Yeah.
I think he's
Yeah.
trying.
I know.
I'll come along and
I catch
document.
that. Yeah.
That's my
All of a
that's my
sudden,
favorite.
the needs are going up. Like, oh well.
He thinks he's fucking Eddie Murphy, and they're coming to America where the girls come and give you a bath, and
No, but I remember watching this show. It was this dude like alone against nature, climbing cliffs and pulling eagles' eggs out, and he's like, I'm alone in the middle of nowhere. And then halfway through the show, I realized this is a 3-camera shoot.
Yeah.
He is not alone.
God, what was his name? Who was that guy?
Bear Grylls
No, it
was
wasn't Bear
the
Grylls.
popular one, but
No,
then the
it's-
other show that I used to watch was Survivor Man.
Survivor Man. That's the one we're talking about.
Okay.
But wasn't that
Survivor
one?
Man.
Maybe it's a false memory. Wasn't that the more legit one where he just filmed himself with a camera and that was it?
There was one where he had like a big pole strapped to his waist, and it was really just him.
Yeah.
But the one I was imagining him. He's like literally licking wet moss to not start to get dehydrated, and then it's like cut catering.
so
We got lobster tail here.
I think that was
exactly.
Survivor Man.
So Discovery Channel, we have a new show for you. It's called McLoughlin and Afraid, Naked and McLoughlin. Okay.
What?
No.
No, doesn't work.
I'm not gonna. Nobody wants to pay. To
No,
see
the
me
show
naked.
is called Devon and Kevin.
There you
There
go.
you go. Okay,
Devin
there you
Devin
go. Yes.
survived the
Road
woods.
trip.
Or the other way around.
Yeah,
Maybe it
there
should
you
be
go.
Kevin and Devon.
Well, it could be part of our Key West trip that we were talking about here in August, maybe. So, but yeah, so Bike Week's coming up there. What anniversary is it? This is like the 7, I don't know, something, right? It's up there.
It's like
It's been
85th.
forever. So yeah, so I grew up, and after moving here to Florida, lived in Daytona for quite a few years, and
Okay.
it's definitely an interesting.
I also lived in Daytona for a short bit.
So I'll tell you, we already discussed that. I think I'm convinced he's your father, but that's all in the story.
No.
Yeah. So, so it is a
yeah, I went to school with Devon's mom.
what?
No.
What? Whoa, wait. So you're saying that you're not the father?
Yeah, I think Devon's mom is like 2 years older than me.
Well, there you go.
A little cougar action for you, right?
Oh yeah, so
I don't know if
cougarous.
that's. Is that true? I think.
Did your mom watch the show?
No.
Oh, it's probably a good thing.
Yeah, that's
You're-
actually how they invented the money in South Africa, where it's like, what happened to all your money? Well, I met this cougar and. All right, sorry.
That doesn't deserve the room shot.
That was
Sorry.
That was a hard.
He tried.
stretch.
He reached for it. So yeah, for sure.
So that's a good idea. We could do some sort of documentation. Although, yeah, it would be a challenge, but it would be good. It would be fun.
Yeah,
Be pretty cool.
So
And then the next, there's a bunch of other stuff going on. If I may continue to promote what's going on with me,
go for it. This is
I'll be doing my first ever UK tour
what?
this summer, second half of May, first half of June. It was originally supposed to be a 10-day, 2-week tour. Now it's turned into a month. And dates are coming in.
Is that
more and
because
more
it's
all the
metric?
time.
Metric
Yes,
translation?
Yes. 2 weeks is equivalent to a metric
Okay.
month.
Yeah. Imperial versus
And
metric.
then because of the time change,
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, so I've got shows already booked in Penzance and in Exeter, and at a place called the Victoria, and in Manchester, and there's going to be some stuff in Scotland, and we're going to do a show at the Engines at London.
Wait. I didn't know you were in Scotland. I thought you were just staying in England.
Well, it's the UK. Hello.
Well, I didn't know you were doing
Same
going
island.
over the line there.
Well, the goal is to go cross the line a little bit. I usually cross the line when I do stuff.
Do not come.
Yeah, pun intended, but it's painfully true.
Okay.
So yeah, maybe you're going to get a little Edinburgh action in there.
Okay. Well, let me know if I've got family who's come give you some tips.
Yes, and Tracy knows some people who live in Scotland. Maybe we can get them to come out. It'll be good.
Yeah. So how many total dates do you got so far?
I don't know. I think 5 or 6.
Okay.
And I'm going to be doing some busking, actually. And from what I hear, I'll probably make more money busking than I am from the shows that I'm going to play.
So I would suggest is probably chat with, again, we're trying to get them on the show, is the Little Things, right? Because they've traveled to UK, to Edinburgh, and you know, again, they've probably done a shit ton of busking and things like that. So they may be a good little source of some little insight. You know, again, Brad, you've had the girls on the show, right? And
yeah, I know
the
them.
Jams and Cocktails.
Yeah.
The Little Things. Right?
Yeah, so we just hung out at Arts Fest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
A couple weeks ago now.
That's right. They played there again. That's so cool. Those two are so good.
Yeah.
And I want to make it clear that there are sponsorship opportunities available. You know, these things are set up for profit, but they have high upfront costs, and that's got to come from somewhere. So we got to get some sponsorship action going for this whole thing to work.
So do you have a sponsorship breakdown on your website on, you know, what you're looking for, different tiers, or is it just like, hey, whatever you can provide, support, et cetera, or what?
I am expecting. My goal is to raise $15,000.
Okay. All right.
Oh shit, that scared the hell out of me.
So and a third of that is for advertising.
Anybody who donates $1,000, Kevin will get your name tattooed on his arm.
Oh, I like that. Oh, shit.
Not on my arm, but on
Go
somebody's
well.
arm.
Yeah.
You get premium real estate on the newsletter.
Yeah, this is just pretty. There you go. So anybody who has a business
and a tattoo,
or if you know a business or a company or a brand that would like better market penetration in the UK, I can help you there. Or if you are a UK business that would like better market penetration in the United States, I can help you with that as well. I've already got some endorsements getting lined up. Of course, we got Chris from Knox and Dunn. And I'm in the process of I've got an official string endorsement with Blue Magic Strings. So that's very exciting.
Very cool.
They're going to hook me up with all the strings I need for the shows.
Nice. American-made products.
You could say you
Yeah,
pulled
Florida.
some strings.
Yeah.
that was actually pretty good.
That was, yes, absolutely. Yeah, no, and a Florida-based string company
Yeah, right.
that actually makes their own strings. So that's a big. Most string companies don't make their own strings.
Very cool. So that is, you said May through June. Okay.
Yeah, middle of May to the middle of June.
Okay. So that means you won't be here to do podcast then.
Correct.
Yes, this is going to be all rhythms all the time.
So it'll be the Rhythms and Rhythms podcast.
That's right. So unless we, slide in a guest or two to host.
Riffs on the aux.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
We're going to have a guest riffer.
So does that mean you're still going to be off camera? Is that what you're pitching?
That'd be kind of funny.
Yeah. So we'll put Brad behind the board since he's pretty good actually running the board, right?
Man, you're not supposed to give away all my secrets, man.
No, yeah, but hey, then shout out to you there, right? Yeah, so you were hunkering down on your show there. So talk a little bit about the Jams and Cocktails show, right? Coming up here. So,
Yeah. Actually, we do have a good one coming up. As many of you know, it's Mardi Gras season, so we're doing a Mardi Gras episode, I believe, on the 26th.
So
whatever that Wednesday is.
So you throwing beads and you take your shirt off, or what?
Yeah, it's going to be awesome, actually. So every year we do a Mardi Gras themed show. Last year it was a whole. We made jambalaya and all kinds of other stuff. One year we had the Little Things on who lived in New Orleans and busked there, and they kind of give everybody a rundown of the traditions and whatnot. And
Are you making a baby cake?
a king cake,
Yeah.
and they don't. You used to be able to get them at Publix, but you can't get them anymore. I don't know. I'm running out of time, so I'm gonna have to look.
So if you're watching the show, please make a cake for Brad.
Yeah, make me a king cake. It is hilarious. I still have the baby somewhere. I have the king cake baby somewhere. But the whole point is we have a live band coming on to perform.
Whoa, what?
Yes.
For Mardi Gras?
For Mardi Gras, we have the Lefty Hathaway Band coming on the show to perform his Dr. John tribute act. Dr. John, legendary figure in New Orleans and musician. And Lefty puts on an incredible tribute to him. And it just so happens our show lines up with the week before he puts his tribute act on at Terra Firmata a week later on Fat Tuesday.
Perfect.
So he'll be on and doing that. I'm probably going to make some jambalaya. We'll have some other cultural things to discuss and go through, some cocktails and whatnot.
That's going to be a good one.
It's going to be, it's always a blast every year. We go really festive with it. And it's just going to be, it's going to be so fun with a music element that we had not had before.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah.
so I'm very excited about that. I'm very excited that Lefty's going to be there. And so you're invited to come and hang out if you want.
For sure. So are you...
I will be there turning the knobs, making
Right.
sure that the
So
band sounds good.
Yeah,
I didn't want to dime you out.
Yeah.
Kevin's always like, don't let anybody
No.
know.
Yeah,
No,
well,
but
Kevin will be there.
Yeah, but again, to that point, right? I want those to kind of who are listening and watching is there's the three of us here, and in Devon is we're all our podcasts are all individual, but yet still we are supporting each other. We
In the corporate world, they call that synergy.
there you go, right? So
Synergy.
So, Brad's popped in. He just performed, a show here just recently. He popped in here and just, for us tonight and to hang out, right? And that's what we're trying to do is to connect all this stuff together for brands.
and
events,
let's
of course,
not
yeah.
gloss over the fact that Brad just did a command performance for the Trump family,
I know, man.
the presidential
I
family.
know. Look
group.
at you. Look at you, man.
Yeah, the one baby child that happened to be there with
Hey,
a
it's still a Trump, man.
I if somebody had pointed out what was going on, I would have been completely oblivious. I'm just glad I didn't drop a bunch of F-bombs. As per usual.
Did you show me your American flag tattoo on your chest?
No.
Oh.
That's for the nudes letter.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Chris Rock showed up. I mean, Kid Rock showed up.
Yeah, now there's a comedy team of Chris Rock and Kid Rock.
Rock, yeah.
Nobody knows they're actually brothers.
Yeah.
Same last name. Yeah, different mothers, obviously, but
I don't know what
my
to say
God.
to that. But yeah. So
that Rock family, they get
yeah.
around. They do all kind of stuff.
So
Yeah, Chris Rock, Kid Rock, Crack Rock.
Yeah.
so when does
The crack was super easy to get. I own it now.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, it's good to know, Devon.
Good to know.
So this show coming up here, Jams Cocktails, date?
Mardi Gras, the 26th, Wednesday, the 26th. So a week from tomorrow.
Damn. It's starting that February. Is starting that soon? Mardi Gras?
I think it's already going
Yeah.
on now.
Wait. So you mean
Fat Tuesday is the end of Mardi Gras.
Yeah, it's the end.
Mardi Gras technically is a one-day event, but because we
Yeah, well, they
we
call
love
it
to
Mardi
party.
Gras season,
So you
that's
mean,
a
so you mean
whole
Kevin, as good
celebration.
Catholics, we're supposed to be observing the fast, the fasting of.
Well, okay, so now that you bring it up, the reason why Fat Tuesday became a thing is because the 40 days leading up to Easter is a time of atonement. a time of fasting and sacrifice and giving up those things that are most important to you. And so the tradition became the Tuesday, the last day before Lent, the day before
Ash Wednesday. Yep.
You indulge in everything and everywhere, everyone and everything as much as you can. That's what Fat Tuesday is all about, is having a good time to get it out of your system so that you can handle the self-sacrifice of Lent.
Well, let me tell you something, too. Those of you that have not ever been to Mardi Gras in New Orleans, they are very strict on when the clock hits midnight, it's over.
It is over.
Every place closes down. They close the streets down. A big truck comes and sprays all the piss and the throw up down the street. And it's over. There's no more party.
Yeah.
It's now Ash Wednesday, time for Lent. Go to church.
Yeah, fucking heathens. Hey, so speaking of that,
But you don't have to wait till Fat Tuesday. You can have like kind of full Monday.
You could be a heathen whenever you want, really.
so do we
As long as you say I'm sorry right before you die, that's all that matters.
for this episode though do you want me to bring some New Orleans rum to this show?
You got New Orleans rum?
Yes.
And the company's no longer in business because they had a fire in the distillery.
Unattainable
Yes.
rum made of unobtainium.
I think that we should maybe do a little segment about that and maybe perhaps talk about what happened to that place and
They had So we
I'll
did
look into it.
Yeah, so we did.
Remind me-
So we did
remind me
we
of-
did a whole drums and rums episode about the distillery before they had a fire.
I'll revisit that.
Part of it was they had a flood from Katrina and distillery and
Flood and
yeah,
fire?
yeah. But then they had a fire most recently. I guess they never were able to recover, which I'm bummed out about that. But so it was a couple.
that would
couple
be
years.
that would be tight. That
Yeah,
would be
so
awesome.
we'll
We'll definitely pay homage to them.
Yeah. So old
Kevin,
New
I think the
Orleans.
word you were looking for was unobtained rum.
You're right.
There you go. Look
Nice.
Well played.
So that vape isn't hitting him that hard to pick up on that.
Unobtained.
Very good.
Gummies wore off. He's thinking.
Unobtainer rum. Yeah, that's good.
So, all right. So you've got Bike Week going on, UK Fest going on. We're going to have to.
Oh, haven't talked about the fact that we're recording a new stage video. And the recording session to record the new album has been booked.
Whoa.
So no pressure there. I just need to write some songs to put on the album.
Oh yeah, that's always a start.
But no, the start is, and in keeping with my backwards way of getting things done, it really does help you get things done. So the way that I have structured the preparation of my second album is to book the studio time, then to pick some songs, and I don't have enough, so I have to write some songs, and then I'm running those through my trusted artist development expert in the UK, Katie. She's really good, and she's going to help me. I'm going to probably have to give her some production credit, or maybe even some writing credit, because Katie's awesome. If you haven't checked out Katie Brooks, she's a wonderful artist in the UK. 2 of my shows, I'm going to be warming up for Katie Brooks. She's actually a fairly big deal in the UK. So yeah, I booked the studio time. I'm going to write the songs. I'm going to get some production input, and then we'll have an album.
Very cool. So Katie Brooks. Okay.
Yeah, Katie Brooks. You Google her.
So if we throw enough money at this release, we can get you on the Grammys.
That's right. Well, I already put my cowboy hat on, so I should win.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, man. So what's really funny about the Grammys is that I guess anybody that's a member of the Academy can nominate somebody for make the list or whatever, and then obviously it's voted on through a bunch of times. But when Grammy season rolls around every year, it's kind of fun because I have some friends that are members of. Anybody can become a member of the Grammy Academy. You just have to go and become one, I believe. But a lot of people nominate their own projects and their own things.
Oh, why not?
But you get a little graphic that says, for your consideration, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, man, one day.
That's like when the president votes for themselves.
We need to
Why
start
not?
a
Why-
B3
yeah.
Gramination. No, a B3 podcast
Gramination.
Grammy nomination committee.
Why not?
We'll call it the Gramination.
Will be the Graminations.
I think, at
Sounds
the
like
very
a-
least,
like a-
we should all get together and make our Grammy predictions. And then whatever categories we lose, we get shot by a paintball gun.
That would require Paul to be up to date on music throughout the
Yeah,
year.
no, Paul would be dead.
Yeah. We would have to unload a whole
Why me
paintball
not the
hopper.
both of us? He's farther from new music than I am.
He at least knew who Post Malone was.
I know who Post Malone is.
You acted like you didn't.
Well, I was talking about that country music. That's all. Jesus Christ.
Oh my, no.
All right, we'll put your money where the paintballs are.
Yep, I'll put it right there. So
Next season, every guess we get
Yeah.
wrong, we get shot with a paintball gun.
that comes out like what, November? Time frame, right?
No. Well, yes.
Yeah.
The original, the voting starts, I think, in November or the nominations begin. So you can get the whole list very, very early on.
And you said you know somebody who's part
Yes,
of the.
my friend Mark Barnes, he's one of the people who is doing what you're talking about.
Did he vote for Beyonce? Is it was all his fault?
Probably. No. He bruh. Honestly, I do not know. But he pays attention to solo and acoustic artists.
Okay.
And if you haven't checked out Mark Barnes' music, it's awesome. He's an instrumental a composer of really, really good music. He's been doing it for decades, and he's good. Mark Barnes.
learning so much today.
So speaking of new music, do we have we got some new music to check out and do some
Yeah, you know
reviewing?
what? I'm glad you
Yeah.
mentioned that because I
Yeah.
almost forgot. We've got some great bands in Florida. Part of the reason for the Riffs and Rhythms podcast is to do this segment. It's the Reach Solar. What is it? It's the Reach Solar something.
Rising Star, Shining Star. We'll figure it out.
It's the Reach Solar review.
Yeah.
So what we're doing is with Reach Solar, we are redesigning the solar industry in favor of the homeowner, and we're using that in favor of the homeowner action to go ahead and take a look at some awesome music. Here we've got a chance to decide if the riff or the rhythm is better. And True Phonic is a band that I've seen a ton of times. Actually, Lefty plays with True Phonic every once in a while. They do a lot of shows at Terra Firmata. They do a lot of Al Beltran shows. And they are a mainstay on the concert map here in Florida.
Okay. So what's before we dive in? What kind of style of music or genre, if you want to call it?
I don't know what it is, but if you have blonde dreadlocks and you're into the Grateful Dead, you will love this.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
dude, True Phonic. I mean, I guess I won't elaborate too much. I've seen them twice performing, and they're just so cool. It's like smart jam music.
Yeah.
It's very smart. You'd think
well
that all
said.
these kids went to Berkeley. I don't know if they did, but they're all just very smart with their instruments. The music is very funky and cool. Very much in the
It's very vibed out, but it's not mindless.
right. Yeah, yeah. It's awesome. You'll hear. You'll
Yeah,
see.
it's good stuff.
This is a great tune, by the way.
Oh, I need rest. I've been up a few days, now I feel it in my chest. Nothing is for certain, so I wonder what's next. And if it ain't for the fame, guess I'm working for respect. I'm working for respect. Oh, tell me what I'm singing for. didn't mean to just slip my mind. Oh, I wish someone had told me the money don't buy me time. Now I walk behind my own lead. Now I finally got my way. But if they tell you that is easy, oh, it gets harder every day. Oh, tell me what I'm singing for. But didn't mean to just slip my mind. Oh, I wish someone had told me.
I have a feeling where I know I'm leaning already. Yeah.
All my days are slaved away. I fear I've made myself.
And what I'm really picking up on is the bass line more than really. And again, it's a little bit lower in the mix, but I'm picking up on that.
But didn't mean to just slip my mind. Oh, I wish someone had told me the money don't buy me time. Money don't buy me no money, don't buy me no time. So tell me what I'm singing for. Didn't mean to just slip my mind. Oh, I wish someone had told me that money don't buy me time.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So you've seen them perform.
Yes,
Okay.
I have.
Yeah, I've seen them a number of times.
Okay. All right.
Very, very good.
They are based out of where?
South Florida, or like I don't know, like
Yeah, Florida somewhere.
Boca or
Okay.
somewhere down that area.
At True Phonic. Okay. So,
I believe.
Okay.
I could be lying.
So I'm listening there and trying to, again, sometimes we get caught up in the video, like, last video we did with, 21 to Burn. We were totally
captured by
mesmerized.
the video.
Yeah. Just trying to make sure we disconnect from some of that, which again, the video was great. But I was definitely picking up that bass line, more, that groovy, bouncy kind of thing, right? A lot of other instruments kind of splattered around all that. So
The
I'm gonna
bass line was definitely the busiest instrument
Yeah.
in that track.
So I'm going rhythm.
Yeah, see, I'm starting to veer off of the riffs and rhythms A/B thing, and this is, I think, the second time that I've picked the melody over those two things.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Okay. So not rhythm, but you're
Not
gonna go.
rhythm,
You're going
but
somewhere else.
melody.
Okay.
The melody is really
Yeah.
what was the,
All right.
the hook for me.
We're still looking for our Melanie to run our bar over there, but
We do need a bartender named Melody.
yes, for sure. Yes.
You guys are looking over there like there's a bar there.
Yeah. Well, the last time we looked over there was somebody running bar for us. So
I even looked. I know there's nothing over there. I was
Well, we
like,
can
what,
envision
magically?
Melody with her bar.
yeah. Oh yeah. We can vision whatever we want.
Yeah.
All right. So Mr. Broccoli.
I do appreciate what Kevin was saying. I totally get it. That song is very, very much supporting the melody. But I'm going to say rhythm because it's between the bass and the drums. It drove that song. It was the bus driver. Took that. Everything else was just laying on top of that, all the heavy lifting. was the rhythm section.
Okay.
But it was a great track.
Yeah.
The video was very cool too.
If you're at your square grouper or wherever, or anywhere up in Fort Pierce area, you're grooving out.
Yeah,
to
one
it,
of the
for
things
sure.
about True Phonic is no one instrument sticks out. Like every part feels like it's exactly what belongs there.
Right.
Yeah, they are a true band.
Yeah.
It's cohesive.
All right. So what does the ghost say?
I'm feeling. I don't know. Your melody argument is very appealing, but I'm thinking rhythm, just because that's what I guess the way I judge these things is what part of it do I remember as soon as it stops, and I think in this case it's more the rhythm of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're a very rhythm oriented band.
All right. So yeah. All right. So there we go.
Yeah, nice job, guys.
Yeah. So do we have a new term? I'm trying to figure out here the melody in them, myth them. The myth,
we have
the myth them.
Well, we have the riff-them, which
Yeah.
is a lefty term. Which
I love
is
that.
the epitome of non-committal.
There was a social media post, and Lefty jumped all over me about like not claiming the rhythm. I'm like, oh, sorry. So it's catching, right?
Sometimes I just have to go off of the two because for me it's not the
Right.
two. Going with what Devon said, like the first thing that comes back to your mind
Not
after
the
it's
rules,
over.
though. Damn it.
It's sometimes it is actually the melody that's a good part of
Yeah.
the driving, memorable part of the song.
Yeah. Okay. True Phonic. All right. So very cool. So
It's like, what part would I be humming to myself if I'm remembering the song without hearing it?
okay.
Yeah.
Mine would be
That's-
the bass line.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess that's how it goes. All right. So yeah. So True Phonic. So yeah, maybe we can get those guys on the show. Here at some
Possibly.
point. Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah. So if they're local folks, so
They're a Florida band for sure, or else they wouldn't be on here.
yeah. So they're Florida original, man. Kick ass. So all right. So we've been all over the place here in this episode here again.
So we have another segment that we
Yeah.
need to observe here.
Yep. So
We can't let another one go by without talking about stories from the road.
So I'll throw a good little stories from the road here, not necessarily music related, but some of the things that I've been kind of going on here. So as I mentioned a couple episodes ago, was I talked about the rum festival or the rum event that I was at a few weeks ago down in Miami. Rum Congress. Part of the drums are obviously the drum. Well, sorry, wrong shirt. The drums are rums. World of things and the other podcasts that we have, and so here, sometimes Kevin, it's more about not so much all these different brands, all these different things to try and drink and whatnot. It's about the friends that I've made over the years. The rum friends. Hanging out with them. Just again, this community aspect. People I've never would have met, with the exception of rum and the events around it. So, so we were, the first night we were in an event, place was packed. Definitely want to give a shout out. And we got to definitely figure out, and it doesn't even have to be podcast related. Want to take a trip down to Fort Lauderdale to the Mai Kai restaurant. This is one of these like historic.
Oh, yeah, that place is awesome.
It's a historic. They just did a huge renovation. This is like historic kind of tiki kind of vibe place. It's so they just did a huge renovation. So yeah, we definitely got to like bright line down or something. But anyway, so hanging out with those folks and coming back. We're walking back up with a few other folks after one event on Friday night back to wherever they were going to, friends of mine were going to go, and I had to head back north up Collins Avenue, right? Here's Friday night out of Miami, right? Again, lots of things going on, and we got separated, and so I was by myself. I'm walking, and so I crossed the street, this beautiful black girl, stunning, turns around, locks in, and now is on me. And we know why. Because I ain't nothing, ladies. Guys. I'm nothing to be of any attractive to. So now she's turning around now, is interested and say, hey, what you got going on? What's your name? And 20 different questions. What are you doing? It's like, yeah, I've got to wake up early, got to get back to my place. Sure, so forth. Anyway, she was one of those opportunistic people, if you know what I mean.
She was a capitalist?
Sure. If you, it's probably a very nice way to say it. Sure.
So you're trying to say that the only way that an attractive young lady would be interested in you if you're walking on Collins Avenue is she's going to get paid afterwards?
There was no financial discussion, but again, I can read between the lines here. So
I think you should give yourself a little more credit. She's probably warm for your form.
I appreciate that. So maybe I should hang out with you a lot more.
You should go find out. She'll probably be staying on the same street corner.
Put out one of those misconnections things they used to do on Craigslist.
Oh yeah, Craigslist.
No.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I was standing on Collins Avenue.
It wasn't so the fact that she was trying to cross the street and then she turned around and said, now she's walking, instead of walking across the street to go east, she turned around and she started walking west with me. So it was like, oh, now apparently whatever direction she was going, it wasn't as important as now knowing that I was going in this direction. So.
But look at all that. She was
I know,
following.
yeah.
She was
that's
trying
right,
to get a hold of that.
Yeah, she saw
Beautiful man.
sucker written across my face. I said, no, sorry, I got to get up early. I got to keep going.
Did I ever tell you my experience being accosted by a prostitute in Tampa?
No.
Who said anything about prostitutes?
Tell us all about it.
One time when I visited my friends in Tampa, I was basically like waiting for I had just got into town and I was maybe 45 minutes like wait time until my friends got home so I could go meet with them. So I was just killing time and I went into this
Massage parlor.
no, I went to a smoke shop that I spotted.
Smoke shop. Okay.
That's what they're calling it these days.
Don't you kids call it nowadays?
Yeah, smoke shops. Yeah, that's why they call it the head
So
shop.
what are they smoking there? Oh, this is a head shop. You went into the head shop and you were surprised that someone came and made an offer.
No, but I'm walking in. I look around, nothing of interest. I come out, and this lady is walking up to me, and she's like, "Excuse me, sir, can I earn some money?" And I'm like, "No, I'm
She said
good."
this to you in a head shop.
No, this is like out front.
Oh, she
outside.
waited till he got outside.
Yeah, and how do I put it?
Don't incriminate yourself, Devon.
No. I was trying to say she was not. She was very a homely woman. Listen,
Whoa, take us back to the 1800s.
Wait.
Devin. How do I put this delicately? She was a homely woman.
Wait, Devon, you said you have standards?
And-
Hold on, you have standards?
Oh, my.
let's just say she may not.
Was she scratching her forearms a lot?
Yeah. Let's just say she may have been homeless
Okay.
and not.
Homeless and homely? I
Was
don't
she-
understand.
It's a paradox, I know.
A homeless
Let's say that
person.
she was not the typical opportunistic capitalist. She might have been doing this out of necessity.
You were watching too much Playboy Channel, and it didn't meet with your expectations.
Hey,
What happened
$20
was-
is $20.
I thought at first that she was just like homeless and needed help, like needed some money or something. I didn't have cash or nothing. This was also kind of peak COVID moment.
You're like, can I Venmo you?
No, I said this was like peak COVID time. So I was like, I
So you made her put a mask on. No wonder you.
I offered her masks.
It's not because you're homely. It's COVID time.
No, I offered her masks. I was like, maybe because I had a box of masks.
Hi, I like to put a condom on your face.
Yeah.
So this,
Cover that
this
thing
not
up.
quite
So-
attractive woman comes up to you and you offered her a mask.
Yeah. Now,
This goes further.
I've heard two people, they put a bag on your head.
I can't wait to find out what happens next.
So she says no, thank you. She doesn't take. My thinking was, if you're a homeless person, like in 2020 in a city during COVID, masks might actually be of some value
so
to you.
Cute.
So, anyways, she walks away and leaves me alone. I drive off and I go into like the next door plaza, which has a sex shop. I go into there too.
Oh, well, of
And-
course. Now that you're done with her.
She comes up to me again.
Foreplay.
Oh my gosh.
So she comes up to me again as I'm getting out the car, And then she asked me again, like, basically asked me the same question, like, I want to earn some money. And obviously I know what she means by that. I'm like, no, I'm not interested.
How do you
And
know?
and
Maybe she wanted to wash your car.
Yeah, have a detail. You should have given her that option.
Did she have
right,
some?
yeah.
Did she have some lint-free cloths
Yeah.
in her hand?
Hey,
No.
if you're good at sucking, can you suck the carpet, and clean my, vacuum my carpets?
So her reaction was to turn around and then start yelling out to everybody that I'm racist, and like she starts saying, "Fuck you,
Was she
racist."
from some sort of
all this stuff.
minority?
She's a black woman.
Oh,
No wonder you.
why? Yeah,
That's not
what's,
okay.
What's wrong?
She was
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. What's wrong with you? Yeah,
I bet you wouldn't have said that to her if she was white.
Jeez.
No, thank you. That's all I was being polite.
No, you said, here, have some
Just
masks.
kidding. Yeah, you just gave her a mask. That's why she was offended.
No, it
Jeez.
wasn't quite like that. I
Yeah.
was like, all I have is maybe these. Would these do you any good?
Yeah.
And she was like, no.
Come on, reading Rainbow. Come on, man.
But yeah, that was the thing. I was like, there was like one or two people outside standing around that may have witnessed this go down, and I'm just like, okay, let me get out of here as soon as possible
So
because
she-
I don't want this homeless woman yelling, "Fuck you, racist white man," blah blah blah, all this stuff, all because I wouldn't let her suck my dick.
And kids,
There
check
it
out
is.
TikTok video of this incident by somebody else taken of Devon, the ghost on the
That,
Ox.
that sounds awkward. Sounds awkward.
I literally
awk-
got out of there as soon as I
awkward-
could. I was just like, let's
awkward.
So was she following you around in the sex shop the whole time?
no, just outside.
Oh, she waited until you
Because
got
when I
out
pulled
from-
out to go, when I pulled out the car.
That's pretty thorough.
This whole show is derailed.
You know what? I take back the racist thing. That was pretty kind. Is to
When
just
I-
go ahead and pull out.
When I pulled the car out of
poor
the parking
woman
lot
has got
and
healthcare
went to the
issues now.
next door plaza, she started walking the same direction. It basically followed me until I parked and then came up to me. So yeah, that was my experience.
God.
I felt like that was the most Tampa experience I could have.
That was a Tampa experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about as Tampa as you can get.
So we could make an actual soundbite that Devon pulled out on a prostitute.
Thank God.
Well, she was wearing the
I was
mask
feeling
he gave her.
courteous.
Well, I guess I guess he sounds like he's ready for Bike Week. Then
Yeah, you'll fit right in, man.
we'll get him right in the Coleslaw wrestling too.
Oh, my God.
Devon, God
That
damn,
was a great
God
story.
Damn it,
That
Jesus.
Devon's Ghost on the Stories from the Road segment was amazing.
Thank you.
It had every bit of drama. It had homelessness, drugs, homeliness, racism, pulling out, persistence,
And a sex shop.
shops.
Yes.
A sex shop and a head shop on the same block.
Yeah, you should
Has it all.
You should have took her in there and been like Payless shoe store. Hey, is this your size? Is this fit? What do you think, Brad? How's this? Aren't you glad you're part of this podcast network?
I'm glad I stopped by, fellas.
Oh
great.
boy!
That was
So
great.
good lord.
sure about that?
Exactly.
I think that one of y'all should send me a shot of that Knox and Dunn straight barrel.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
So,
think
give
you
it
should
to
just-
him in the Kevin McLoughlin band.
Just send it
shot
on.
class.
Send it on over.
As
to
all
old
shots
Brad.
should be done.
Let's throw you the whole bottle.
Oh, there you go.
You don't-
Yeah. Nice.
caught it.
What? We can't use the shot glass?
No,
What the
fuck it.
hell?
You can drink out of the bottle. He's a brute.
There you go. Well, there's
Hold on,
not much
hold-
left in there. That's about a Brad amount.
Yeah, that's about the same pull out. That's the same pull out that Devon did in
Oh, there
That's
you
good
go.
enough.
the parking lot. So
Yeah, the older you get, the harder it becomes. You get it.
dude,
Yeah, hopefully.
Well, cheers.
Yeah,
cheers,
cheers.
fellas.
Yeah. So
And
thanks,
lady.
thanks for dropping in there, Mr. Barack. There. So if those that you don't know, if you're watching this, check out the Jams and Cocktails show, part of the B3 podcast network. There. So again, it's a great time, great live shows, great fun.
Quite possibly the greatest podcast ever created. And I've seen a lot of them. I've seen some real shit ones.
I think you're on one right now.
I didn't know you watched my show.
Yeah,
I was on your show too, Devon.
Yeah, so
I'm everywhere.
Yeah, so how did your Christmas episode, the last show you
That
did?
got the most views on YouTube of any of my episodes
Are
ever.
you kidding? Really?
It got like over 1,000. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
1,000? Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had some.
That's better than Brad's show.
I think it was all the Pornhub talk.
Yeah, probably, right?
Maybe.
Did somebody strip naked and when I was in and out of the show?
I mean, I was dressed as the ghost for 5
You'll
minutes.
find out when the nudes letter comes out.
Oh, that's right. That's
the
the only
nudes letter.
That's right. That's what the Patreon stuff is for, man. Come on. So, this has been an interesting episode here. So
It has. It's been good.
So we've been covering a lot of topics, a lot of ground, a lot of shows you got coming up. Obviously between Bike Week, UK, you're going to be taping
2
some
days from now, we'll be doing Big Fest.
Yes, so come.
And we
make
run
sure.
from Big Fest to Bike Week.
So come watch a cow give birth, and then come see Kevin McLoughlin perform, and then go hang out with Devon eating, some fried Twinkies.
And while you're doing that, go and fuck with the turkeys. They're the most fun.
What?
'Cause If you find a turkey that's just straight chilling in the livestock area, and you just walk up to it and you're like, oh, they puff all up, and it's fucking hilarious.
No, the best is to go, when you do that, you need to go get a fried turkey leg first.
And eat in front of them. Show
Eat it.
dominance. Show
And just
dominance.
go,
Just like that.
I mean, your
How
family.
do you do the gobble? I can't do the gobble.
I don't know.
Yeah, I got something for you to gobble.
What do you mean by that?
Listen, dude, I love the fair, man, and I mean I love fairs in general, but I love the Martin County Fair. I love what they do. All these 4-H kids, they put in all that work all year, and then they get to go and show it off, and that's what the fair started as. Before it was all the midways and all. It was kids going and showing
A
off
chance to show
their
it.
livestock.
It was a
and-
trade show for farmers.
and it's still I like that they still keep that tradition. I still love that there's kids that are so passionate about raising these animals, and then showing them off.
My nephew Flynn, I think it was last year at the fair, he won Best in Show for, what was it? Gerbils? Guinea pigs.
Guinea pigs.
Guinea
That's
pigs.
amazing.
As a first time entrance into it, he got like Best in Show for the guinea pig, and he was proud of himself. He did a great job.
Very cool. Yeah,
Previous year, the winner was Richard Gere.
Richard Gere.
No,
You're going way back.
No, that was
on
way
that
too long
one.
ago. No, this is my nephew Flynn. I'm about to hit you. So,
That was the guinea pig's
congratulations,
name.
Flynn.
You weren't supposed to do that.
Yes, congratulations, Flynn, on last year's win. I think he's got a huge belt buckle.
But support your local fairs too. It's not all the great big fairs. Like Martin County Fair is not a very big fair, and it's very local. For Christ's sake, I think on this show you talk to the guy who runs the thing.
Yeah.
So he's
Well,
going
that's
out there and he's reaching out to the community, and I think that's very cool.
Yeah, Mike has been doing a great job of getting entertainment going at the fair, and actually, that fairgrounds is going to be better utilized for concerts in between the fairs, which we've all we've made arrangements to be all a part of that.
Sweet.
In case you didn't know, I did that for us. At least I think I did.
Let me tell you what, man, the Big Fest logo's dope.
That is a great logo. There's been a rash of awesome logos lately. I'm not sure how that goes.
So let's on your show. Let's do a little sponsorship here. Let's give some tickets away here. The B3 Podcast Network give to in your upcoming show before the event. Let's do that. Let's figure out something. A couple of
Big
tickets.
Fest tickets?
Yeah, let's do something like that.
We
Let's
gotta
do a little promotional
Gotta call
stuff.
Micah because that's in 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll promote
Well, I
something.
have a show tomorrow, so
So,
we can get it done.
every Wednesday.
snap.
Yeah. So.
All right, we'll get some promo tickets from Micah
yeah,
if we
for
can
sure.
do that.
Yeah,
And
see what happens.
We'll get Devon's friend from Tampa to go earn some free tickets for us.
That's right. Yeah. He has a new co-host.
She has to save up on masks and trade them in for tickets, like box tops.
Yeah, like S&H green masks.
What were you doing in Tampa anyway?
Huh?
What were you doing in Tampa?
I was visiting friends. I also
Okay.
lived in Tampa for a short bit.
Oh, okay. All right. So
I went to middle school there.
Okay. So speaking of Tampa, I saw the Oddest podcast post this morning about, hey, if you're interested in podcasting at the pirate ship in the Tampa Bay Stadium, and I'm like, Okay, Rum
Buccaneers
Podcast.
Stadium?
Yeah, so Rum Podcast. Hello.
Jams and cocktails
Exactly.
and football podcast.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Ghost on the ox.
Yeah, for
Ghost
sure.
on the pirate ship box.
Yeah. So
Ghost on the ship.
Ghost
Hey,
on the ship.
Hey, listen.
Yeah, Davy Jones podcast.
Listen, you're not getting out of the potential Key West rum trip as well, too. Just to let you know, okay? So, just let you know.
I'm not driving down there though, guys. I'm gonna fly.
Really? Who the fuck?
I am not flying because I am very afraid of flying, and recent events have not helped that fear.
So, are you fine
But
with?
there's not too many military aircraft to
Yeah.
worry about around here, so we're going to be fine.
Are you? Whoa! Are you trying to make a fat joke to Devin about you having to fly in a C-35?
No,
Is that no? Jeez! Wow! Devin, see how he treats you, man.
I control the mics. I allowed it.
Broke Tracy.
You broke her. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, our off camera. I wish we had like a.
So explain this flight you're
Tracy
going to be
reaction
taking.
cam.
No, we're gonna pack everything into your cars, and I'm gonna get on an airplane and meet you there.
Oh, I thought you mean you're going to take as many gummies and edibles as possible and fly.
Oh, no.
No, that's how I'm getting there.
You're going to go by Dank Airlines? Is there a flight from West
There's a
Palm to
flight from
Miami?
West
Yeah.
Palm.
Yeah, there's a
should go hopefully by then.
especially
There's
at Fort Lauderdale. Yeah,
There
yeah,
might
Fort
be a
Lauderdale.
flight from Vero.
Yeah.
Yeah, it probably is a
Breeze.
breezy airline.
Breezies.
All right. Well, anyway, folks, we've got time to plan here, so definitely check out. Looks like we're this show, the podcast network, is going to be at the Key West Rum Festival in August there. So that is the weekend of, I think, if I can remember right, the 13th or so. But
12, 13.
So yeah, so definitely check it out there. So Drums and Rums there, we participated, last year in that event there, did a lot of stuff there. So I think it's a pretty, of all places, you would think there's a rum festival, right? Key West Rum Fest. So, but
That's just because it rhymes.
Drums and Rums is still going to go down there next month in March to do an episode at Papa's Pilar. So,
I got a bottle of that at the house.
yeah, so I've got some
I
stuff.
need a bottle of that.
Yeah, so maybe
I should give it to you because I'll never drink it.
Yeah,
I
some-
had the same bottle from Chris Springer. I had it for years, and I think I finished it with Paul one night. Paul came up to our house, and we just sat at the bar, and we drank all the rums that I had extra sitting at the bar. Remember that night? I don't remember that
Hey,
night.
you know
I
what?
got to remember to bring you the Papa's Pilar because that's going to sit at my bar forever.
You
Yeah,
know-
bring it over.
Do you know what? It was once upon a bottle of rum.
Speaking of bottles,
Yeah,
that Crossroads Blue Note bourbon was amazing.
we demolished that
We
bottle.
that was amazing.
That bottle was. It opened and was gone in an hour.
That was because it's
It
so
was really good.
delicious. Yeah.
It was really good. And that Hibiki Japanese bourbon or whiskey is amazing. It's so light. It's so easy to drink.
You still have any of it left?
I do.
All right.
I made sure nobody would drink it all because I knew that. So I'll save it for next week or the week after for Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
But yeah, don't forget to bring that New Orleans rum.
Oh, yeah. We'll have to sync
that.
up. Yeah.
All right. So this kind of feels like it's winding down.
I think so. So we've got some good Tales from the Road here. Devon shared a Tales from the Road for the first time.
Right, very cool.
We did a little song.
But we were promised a Tales from the Road from Brad.
Oh, it's not necessary.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
There's- We'll save it for the nudes.
sure.
Nudes.
Yeah.
letter.
The
Yeah.
newsletter.
You know what? Here's what we'll do is we'll save it for the Patreon there. So if you're tuning in there, we'll do a little previous post here. So for the Patreon stuff there. So
go.
yeah. So again, that's what part of our content here. So I think it's like, what is it, Tracy? $3? I don't know, something like that to be a member of the Patreon Riffs and Rhythms Patreon page. We got some good videos there that are already out there that hasn't been posted anywhere else. I think I've got some somebody's been changing clothes and other stuff. $5. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so that was the night that you shamed me in wearing a yellow sweatshirt and even though Devin liked that shirt, so I told him I have to get him find it. Yeah.
I thought it was swaggy.
That's right, yeah. So Then so it's at 7. So some people have said, yeah, I've already seen Paul, take his shirt off, at Brad, other things like Brad's house and his Ring camera. So I think that's on your. Is that on your Patreon thing?
It is on our Patreon. Yeah.
Is it the highest viewed video?
No, I think in fact there's more requests for it to be taken down. Might have lost subscribers.
Yeah, there you go.
You owe me money, Paul, for taking your shirt off. So, but yeah, so definitely check out a lot of cool things going on. So we got some interesting guests coming up here. I guess we'll throw out there, and since we've got some scheduling stuff done, is we got Nico coming up.
Nico Swirly. No,
Yeah,
Swirly.
Yeah. So
And then we've got the what's her name? The DJ.
yeah, DJ Lexi. She's
DJ Lexi.
She's a DJ and a violinist there. She plays a lot of places over on Palm Beach and the island. A lot of these events, like probably very similar to some of the stuff that Brad, areas of place Brad's played, here recently. Nico's also been on Brad's show there with the full band there.
Burn Day Soul and the Burnaways.
Yeah. So a lot of cool stuff there too. So have you locked down a guest that you told me you were trying to lock down yet?
I'm not at liberty to discuss it yet. Because this particular group of guests are blowing up. So we just
Yeah.
But they approached me.
Okay.
So we'll just when it's locked in, I'll announce it.
Yeah, let's lock this shit down, bro. I know who you guys are. I'm not gonna say who, but let's do it.
It's Kanye West and Bianca Sensori, right?
That's right. Yeah.
That's it.
Jesus walks.
Yay. All right. So thanks for tuning in to this podcast episode. Don't forget to rate the podcast over there on Apple. Leave a rating and leave a review. Also on YouTube, like Kevin says, just drop a comment here about this video, what you like, what you didn't like about this episode. Check out Kevin McLoughlin, KMB, hashtag KMB.
Hashtag Kevin M
yeah, Kevin
on
M.
social media,
Right.
KevinMcLaughlinBand.com. Or just Google Kevin McLoughlin. Good luck spelling it.
Yeah.
So hashtag Kevin M is your best bet.
So don't
Or you could maybe there'll be a link underneath here.
if we get around to it.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, support the podcast. Support, obviously, Kevin's trip there out to the UK. Lots of, I think, opportunities, sponsorships, etc. That I'm sure he'll give it lots of shout out there. And yeah, this is what we're all about here. So again, shout out there to our good friend and podcast, partner here in the Be Through Podcast Network, Jams and Cocktails with Brad Brock and Destruction Crew. So definitely check out their stuff there. We love this show there. Again, we all are supporting each other. We come on each other's shows. Kevin's on their shows.
We appear on each other's shows.
Appear on their shows. We show up, right? Whether they like it or not.
There's an
Do not come.
Yes, yeah.
There's an out of context audio clip right there.
For sure. So don't forget, check out our main man here behind the scenes, Devon, in the Ghost on the Aux. He's dropping a new podcast coming up as well, too. Yes?
I was waiting for you to finish.
All right, well, I was sure. I saw you grab.
That's what she said.
I'm going to come.
Yeah, new episodes of Ghost in the Aux coming. This is unofficially season 6 or 7. I don't know. We don't actually keep track. I just like to say seasons because it's funny. But yeah, new episodes coming soon.
Rock on.
Including a couple episodes that were technically from the previous season that never came out. But they'll be coming soon. Yeah.
Unreleased stuff.
Very cool. Again, we appreciate Devon here holding down the fort here with us behind the all the audio stuff and so forth. I think we got it all. I think So again, Patreon page as well too.
All.
Yeah, we got it all.
We have
so
it
Patreon,
all. Everybody wishes they were us.
Support. Come on,
Look at this amazing production we've got going on here.
You want to be on the podcast? Hit us up as well too. So want to sponsor?
We could make you an internet sensation.
That's right.
If you are a Florida-based artist, musician, concert promoter, purveyor of entertainment, we would like to hear from you. Go ahead and reach out to us, and we'll negotiate a time to get you on here. And we will do all we can to accommodate everybody. We've got music reviews. We've got all the fun stuff that you always see on here.
Or if you're a sensation already, you can come on the show and make us a sensation with you.
Yeah, that's cool too.
That'd be
man.
awesome.
I'm good with that.
For sure.
Jesus walks.
That's twice.
If you say it 3 times, you summon yay.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, thank you for suffering through this entire episode. And those of you who have seen it will get a free Tesla battery for your house. Just kidding. Those of you who have been through this will get the satisfaction of actually surviving the entire episode, and we give you kudos. My name is Kevin McLoughlin, and this is
Paul Robertson.
This is the Riffs and
Rhythms podcast. Thanks for tuning in.
Make sure to interrupt your co-host when you do it.
Of course, all the time.